Joining us now with more, Republican Congressman Peter King, a member of both the Homeland Security and the Intelligence Committees. Good to see you tonight, Congressman. Thank you for being with us. First of all, what are you hearing with respect to this case and what they believe may be going on here?
Well, Megyn, I have heard nothing official, but I know there was a reference made before. I'm not going to mention the name, but I heard that same name about 3 hours ago with the date of birth, and apparently it was that person whose residence is where they located the SUV. That certainly adds it's a foreign name, even though you're maybe an American citizen. You add that plus all of the body armor, the heavy-duty weapons, the explosives, the fact there was a male and female involved, perhaps a third person. It certainly has aspects of terrorism. Now, again, it may not be, but I certainly understand why the FBI is changing its nuance, it's changing its tone, and it seems to be at least exploring that. That certainly has to be considered. It's too early to say it is terrorism, but it certainly has aspects of it.
But the sources that Catherine spoke to are waving us off of that name and suggesting that that has washed out. Now, it's early, and that could turn out to be untrue, but that's what we're hearing as of this moment.
I think it washed out as far as being on a database, but I believe one of the police officials said that they got the address of that person, and that's where they located the SUV. And
so, as far as you, this is you based on your television, consumption, or this is you based on anything beyond that? I mean, are you sort of resurrecting that name as having a possible role in this?
Yeah, I'm saying I was given that name 3 hours ago, the name and the date of birth, and now I was just heard the report of the police saying that they checked out the name, if it's the same name we're talking about, that came up 3 hours ago, and they went to the residence, and that's where the SUV was located.
What do you think that they are looking at tonight? Why won't they get out there and tell us explicitly what are the names, what are the ages, what are the ethnicities? That's one of the questions that the reporters were asking, because people are wondering whether this is radical Islamic terrorism. That's why they're asking.
Yeah, again, I would think the FBI wants to hold back until they have a better idea where it's going. This could be the disgruntled employee. It could be a love triangle. It could be terrorism. And I think they want to explore everything, and they also don't want to give out too much in case there could be other people involved. They don't want to compromise anything. So I understand that, again, we're only 3 hours into this. And, you and I, we like to get the information as quickly as we can. But I think they are doing a thorough job, and I give them credit for that.
And do you believe that the FBI knows much more than they're telling us?
Oh, I assume so, yeah. I mean, they always do. Listen, my father was a cop. I've known FBI agents and cops all my life. They want to get the case as much under control as they can before they go public. Not because they're trying to withhold information, but they don't want to, first of all, create an incident where one doesn't exist, and also there could be others out there that they maybe try and apprehend.
Why do you think they say they're not ruling terrorism out, as he put it? Is this terrorism? We're not willing to say we know that for sure. We are moving we are making some movements that it's a possibility. Why would the LA FBI director say it in that way, Congressman?
I think because they're seeing indicators that could lead to terrorism. As of a few hours ago, they did not see that. Now, whatever they've uncovered in the last several hours, they've seen certain evidence, certain indicators that could be terrorism. Not enough to say conclusively, and it may not be, but enough that they can't rule it out. So there's definitely a switch in emphasis, definitely a switch in nuance.
And certainly the implications would be much more far-reaching if indeed that's what we're looking at here. Congressman, thank you.